Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 5, I think. I think this is part 5. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of putting any more elements on the folder piece, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and build a base piece for this side as well. It'll be different, but and then we'll worry about putting the elements on the pages. Okay, does that sound okay? So let's build this base piece on this side. So I again got some cardstock out. So I have 4 pieces like this, and they are approximately just a little tiny bit smaller than this paper on this panel. So just shy. And so I think it's approximately almost 9.5 by 6. So that's about the approximate size. And I have 3 of these, and then I have one that is the same length, but it is about 2/3 the width. So it's about 4 inches or so. So this is the plan. We're going to use the tape and put all these pieces together. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way, and then we can put that together. So there's this piece, and this one. And I'm just going to again give it that little bit of a gap, that little bit of a spine hinge area, about like that. And I'm going to place something heavy-ish. And now I have to move the heavy-ish item. Tape there. I just turn it over, and then we can pat that down. A little bit of a wrinkle there. There we go. Got it out. All right, now I will cut this. Don't need it. There is that, and then that, and then this one will get attached to another, like such and so forth. Just want to give them enough of a, a taped area so that they bend easily. Hold on, this isn't quite even up and down here. Okay, stay. Let me, where? Oh, here, there. Losing stuff again. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to get this angle, isn't it? No, don't stick. No. I hate it when that happens. Don't stick to anything. So just kind of run those down. I think they're fine though. Okay. So what it's going to be is the base piece is going to be glued down. Here, I'll do this one because this one I already folded. And then this piece goes back, and then this piece goes back. And then this piece will go on here. Since these are all going to be folding back and forth the same way, we're just going to tape them all together. Hopefully this will make it a little easier than yesterday's project. Number 4. It was a little, you know, complicated. But I did, it took me about 2 hours, but I did make like a little infograph type image, and I put it up at my Flickr page, and it has the steps to yesterday or part number 4's craziness. So maybe with the video and the little graphic with the steps, maybe that will, if anybody's confused, putting them together might help you to put the pieces together. I hope. Okay, so there is that. So it's going to fold out like so, but they're just all taped together. Boop, 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 just like that. All right. Okay, now we want to think about, there's one thing I do need to do to this one, because this is the base and it's going to be going down on the book. But I wanted to make like some slices in it so that you could put tags or something down in it. And I'm thinking maybe a 3.5 inch. This isn't even, I'm just trying to guess what I want to do. I was thinking about doing 3 of them. 3.5 inch, you know, things. Because what I want to do, let me grab a piece of craft card. I'm going to make like little, I don't even know what you call them. I'll show you, and then you can say, oh, they're called this. So I'm going to cut these 4 inches wide. So what we're going to do I want to like round the corners? Is there enough room to round these corners? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to round these corners like so. And then that's going to go on here to stabilize the cardstock and everything so that it doesn't rip. Okay, so these will go, after I put the paper on, these will go over the top like this. Does that sound good? I hope so. I hope it sounds okay. And then they'll just be open in the back. Okay. We just can't put anything really, really short in the top one, or it'll just woo go all the way down. That wouldn't be good. So I need to figure out, I think I'm going to do like a 3.5 inch or come in a 1/2 inch, right, like to right here and right here, and then that's what we'll slice open for the inserting of the thing. All right. So I've, if you remember the Pen Pal folio and that kind of thing, remember we made little slices in, that's not sharp enough, to put like little slots in. It's like the Tim Holtz thing, but what do they call that? The wow, words are just not happening today. What am I trying to say? His slot and stitched slot and something. Anyway, where it has the different areas in it that you can slide. You can slide things in. It's kind of like that, except no die cutter involved. So we will slice through these after we get them, after we get the paper on, because you might as well slice it all at once, right? Or you're just gonna mess yourself up. Well, I would mess up. So let's just, you know, that would be what I would do. Okay, so I've got some book pages that I took out of the encyclopedia that the book is made out of. And I thought what I would do is put this one on. So I need to cut off about 1/4 inch off of this side and almost 1/2 inch off of that side. And I can trim that afterward if I wanted. How's the height? The height's a little big too, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and glue this one down, and then I'll trim it up. Pretty positive I glued somewhere where I wasn't supposed to glue, because it's going to be hanging over. So I will just very carefully kind of lay that down like that, and then just turn it over like this. Now this side can be trimmed. Of course there's glue on it. I guess I could just fold it under, huh? There's glue on it. There we go. Crisis averted. Not too bad, Maynard. Okay, I'm going to cut the bottom edge, however. Okay. So that will get glued down to the bottom. And then these will be placed haphazardly, more likely, down the front of this to hold little what's-its. But first, I'm going to ink up the edges, because I don't mind the color of the craft card. And then we'll cut away where I have the pencil mark anyway, so you won't see that part. We won't worry about it. Okay. So, I keep getting my thumbs. So lovely. So lovely. So I'm going to glue these down. And we'll let them dry before we cut through them so that the scissors don't get all gummy in this glue. I'm just gonna line that up right underneath that line, and that way I know it's straight. And then that's what I'll do with all of these, is just kind of line them up underneath text or lines, and that way it's going to be kind of sort of even. I'm not gonna be very particular about it. Letting go of the OCD today. Just letting it go, man, letting it go. So if you see it's crooked, just don't say anything, because I'm letting it go. It's gone. That look pretty good? Now I ask you if it looks good. Don't tell me. Just don't tell me. I don't want to know. And this one. Oh, about right, yeah. Right here. Okay, they're pretty good. Good enough. Good enough, she says. So, what I'm going to do now is find this thing, and I'm going to put it on 1/8 of an inch. And where I made those little dots, I'm going to punch through. All right, put the lid on the glue here, and grab a little craft knife and a straight edge, and I'm going to cut on, you know what, I want a clear one so I can see what I'm doing. Can't see what I'm doing with that one. Rubbish. Rubbish, I tell you. This one doesn't have very many straight edges anymore because I've cut them all off. Isn't that horrible? I guess I could flip it around though, huh? Nick, use your brain. Use your brain. The brain isn't working today. So I'm just going to line up on one side of that line and cut through. And I'll do this one. And what's nice about these little holes is they give you like a stopping place so that one of these doesn't have an opening that's bigger than the other, or at least too much bigger. Now I'm going to flip it around. Get this out of the way. Oh my goodness. Everything's fighting with me today. Everything is fighting. Okay, go away, go away. On the side. On just underneath that line. And that should cut a little slice out of the middle. And last one. Right. I'm going to cut that one a little deeper. Oh my goodness, what is it with this circle that doesn't want to leave? Go away! This one I need to cut that little strip a little bit wider. There, that's better. And I told you we weren't going to be doing the elements until we were done, but this one kind of has to be done because this one's going to get glued down to that base, and so this part kind of has to be done because you can't do it afterward. All right, now I picked out some cool pages. There's some maps, and what I wanted to do is, since there is several pages here, see, it goes like this, and then it's also on this side. Do we want a map here? And then do we want, I don't know, there's one about Samuel Clemens. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Because a lot of it's going to get covered up anyway. So, you know, it's up to you, man. So this one, this has Samuel Clemens on it. If we wanted to do that on this one, kind of looks kind of cool. And then on this side, we could even do this one if we wanted. And then if we wanted to do some sheet music on this, that would look cool. Or we could do this here with sheet music on top and then do the map on here. It doesn't matter. It really, I don't even know why I'm, you know, agonizing over stuff. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. I agonize over the stuff. So let me mark, cut that. And then at the same time, I will also cut this one because it should end up, they're about the same size. They came from the same book. So here's this one. Perfection. And then I'll have to trim probably the bottom just a tiny bit. And then this one can go hereabouts. And then we have this one, which could be either music or this is the front page of a dictionary. And it's kind of cool too because I could do, you know, the pronunciation key on this side and then I could do like this side on this, you know. I could just wrap it around. I wonder if it would wrap. I bet it will not. I bet it's not big enough. Oh, it kind of is big enough. I think it's big enough to be, you know, usable. I think it's okay. Sweet. So, shall we do this one first? We could glue this down and then wrap it around. And then we got like two birds with one stone. How often does that actually happen? Okay. And some glue on this side. We will just fold that in half. Well, that's pretty nifty, I should say. Pretty nifty. And we just need to trim it down. Excellent. Excellent. And then we could do this one has Cleopatra on this side and then this one has Cleopatra on this side. So because these pages they were right next to each other, would that be cool? I think it might be cool. Let's trim this one down. That'd be cool, and then you could read the whole thing about Cleopatra if you wanted. If you were so inclined. That one and this one. Well, not the whole thing about Cleopatra, but you know, a lot of it. I think that would be awesome. Of course, we're going to put stuff on top of it, but we'll know what's under there. Well, who knows what we'll put on there. All right, Mr. Samuel Clemens, aka Mark Twain, you're not fooling anybody. And then this one here. Excellent. Go. And I will go ahead and trim these while it's sitting out there, because if I don't and I cover the other side, then I won't be able to see where I'm going. All right. That looks amazing. Amazing. And we go, it does this. Well, it does this, like this. And then this side, except for this, these two get something. And so, like I said, I do have, love this one. I like both of them. I think I'm gonna do both of these. I really like the maps. I think the maps are cool. Or the map and the whatever that is. Or graphic of sorts. That should be, oh, a little too wide. Just a pinch. There we go. And this one is fine. Okay, cool. So let's put these down. Love that. Try not to get glue on the tape in the hinge part. The reason why I'm using shipping tape as opposed to, or packing tape, whatever, as opposed to, you know, masking tape or something like that, is because the shipping tape seems to let it fold easier than the others. I tried masking tape and it was just too heavy. It wouldn't let the hinges fold nicely. Because I wanted them kind of floppy, for lack of a better term. You know, I wanted them to be free flowing, and they were just really stiff if I tried to use the other. Okay, so isn't that cool? That's cool, right? Super cool. Here we have these. And the only thing that gets glued down is this part right here. Now, let's see. I'm gonna just kind of center it, I think, so that it won't bind up any of this hinge, which it shouldn't, but so I think I'm just gonna lay that down. This is the thing, just run a bead along the bottom of here, but don't put any in here, or you know, you won't be able to put anything in there. So I'm just going to put some glue up in here and just some in here because this part doesn't matter. Up in here. And then along the side just a bit. And then just one little tiny thing across the bottom. And then some on this side. Go. Okay, so now we have like a fold out. You can also fold it that way if you would want to have this one in the inside. Or you can fold it like this, or you can fold it like that. But I like it like this. But you know, there's different ways of doing that, depending on what you want on your pages, right? You can fold it in like this if you want. I don't care. I'm not your mom. But you see how the packing tape, the shipping tape, just really makes it fluid. It just folds in and out like nobody's business. It's like butter. It's like butter. So there is that element. Was that pretty simple? Because it was just all 4 of them taped and then we just kind of covered them all. That was okay, right? That wasn't horrible like yesterday's rocket science one. Okay. So I think I will leave it at that because we created the two elements here for these pages. And then when I come back with the next part, either we'll add elements to these or start, or we'll make our last whatever base elements for this side. I'll think about it. Like I said, I don't think about much until I, you know, actually have the time to do this. So we'll see what happens. I haven't inked anything, so I may do that. But let me grab a. This one won't be. See, look how cute that is. Cute. And then all 3 of them you can put something in. Of course, this one won't be able to go down as far, so you could maybe put something shorter in that one. But that element is already made, and then we will work on the elements or the base. I'll think about it. All right, kiddos, thank you for joining me for part 5. I hope you're liking it so far, and I will see you really soon in the next video. Bye, guys.